Good morning, my dear second semester diploma students. The students whose subject is now engineering mechanics. Today, I will discuss some two types of marks questions with answer. Actually, ପିଲାମାନେ ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କୋଡ଼ିଏଟା କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଅଛି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ କୋଶ୍ଚିନ୍ସ 2 ମାର୍କିଆ ଆଗରୁ ୟୁଟ୍ୟୁବରେ ପକେଇଥିଲି କିନ୍ତୁ କେତେ ପିଲା କମ୍ପ୍ଲେନ୍ କଲେ ଯେ କ୍ଲିଅର ଆସୁନାହିଁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଆଉଥରେ ଟିକେ ଆଜି discussion କରୁଛି kindly see my notes. First question is what is the difference between rigid body and elastic body? You know that a body is called a rigid body if it does not undergo any deformation when acted upon by a force system. Actually ପିଲାମାନେ ଯଦି କୌଣସି ବସ୍ତୁ ଉପରେ ଆମେ ଫୋର୍ସ ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କରିବା ଯଦି ବସ୍ତୁଟା କିଛି ତାର ସେପ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ନ ହେବ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ନୋ change in shape, that is deformation, it is called rigid body. Strictly speaking, no body on earth is a rigid body. Then what is elastic body? A body is called an elastic body if it undergoes deformation when acted upon by a force system. All the bodies are more or less elastic body. Second question is, what is concurrent forces? Concurrent forces are those forces whose lines of action pass through a common point. Example, in this figure, forces F1, F2, F3 and F4. Their lines of action pass through a common point, that is O. Hence, they are called concurrent forces. Then next question is, what is the difference between scalar quantity and vector quantity? You know that scalar quantity there is one which have only magnitude but no direction. That is known as scalar quantity. Example, mass, length, temperature and time. Then what is vector quantity? Quantity which have both magnitude and direction, that is known as vector quantity. Example, force, velocity, etc. Then, next question. Define cantilever beam with examples. This question is very important for your examinations. Cantilever means a beam which one end fixed and other end is free. That is known as cantilever beam. This is the diagram in this figure. The end A is rigidly fixed into its support and the other end B is free. Example, ଚାଜା ଆପଣ ତମେମାନେ ପିଲା ଦେଖିଛ ଘରର ଚାଜା ଗୋଟେ ଏଣ୍ଡଟା ଫିକ୍ସ ଥିବ ଆମର କାନ୍ଥ ସହିତ ଆର ଏଣ୍ଡଟା ହେଉଛି ଫ୍ରି. That is known as cantilever beam. Then next question is, what is reversible machine? If a machine is capable of doing some work in the reverse direction after the effort is removed, is called reversible machine. For reversible machine, efficiency is greater than or equal to 50%. This is the symbol for efficiency. Then next question, define coefficient of friction. You know that coefficient of friction is the ratio of the limiting friction to the normal reaction between the two bodies in contact. It is denoted by mu, or mu is equal to F by R or tan phi, or F is equal to mu into R, where phi is equal to angle of friction, F is equal to limiting friction, R is equal to normal reaction. Then next question is, what is the distance of centroid of a semicircular area from the base? This is the diagram of a semicircular area. Here, actually answer is, the distance of centroid of a semicircular area from the base is given by 4r by 3 pi. This is the diagram. AB is the diameter of a half semicircle, and OA is equal to OB is equal to R, that is radius. Then next question is, define Lami's theorem. You know that if three coplanar forces are acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two. Mathematically, P by sine alpha is equal to Q by sine beta and R by sine gamma. Here, P, Q are three forces. Then alpha is the angle between Q and R. Beta is the angle between P and R. And gamma is equal to angle between P and Q. Therefore, Lami's theorem is given by the formula P by sine alpha, Q by sine beta is equal to R by sine gamma. Then, next question is state law of machine. The law of machine may be defined by an equation which gives the relationship between the effort required to raise the corresponding load. तामाने केते बल अप्लाई करा होची केते लोड लिफ्टेड होची. देखो this is the diagram of a law of machine and it is given by P is equal to mw plus c. Then next question, what is triangle law of force? It states if two forces acting simultaneously on a body be represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle taken in order, then the resultant may be represented in magnitude and direction by the third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. Here OA and AB are two forces, then OB the resultant of two forces OA and AB, but it is in opposite order. Define friction. You know that when one body slides over another body, an opposite force is generated at that point of contact to resist their motion. This opposite force is known as frictional force or simply it is called as friction. Then next question, define velocity ratio. These questions are very important for semester examinations. It is defined as the ratio of the distance moved by the effort to the distance moved by the load. It is generally denoted by VR. VR is equal to Y by X. What is Y? It is the distance moved by the effort and X is equal to distance moved by the load. Then next question, define mechanical advantage. It is defined as the ratio of the load or weight lifted to the effort applied. It is denoted by MA. Mathematically, MA is equal to mechanical advantage is equal to W by P, where W is equal to weight lifted, P is equal to effort applied. It is generally a pure number. Then next question is what is beam? Write down the different types of beams. Beam is a structural element which is taken as specimen for studying the effects of loads. Actually, the function of beam is to carry loads. Actually, the different types of beams are simple supported beam, cantilever beam, overhanging beam, continuous beam, and fixed beam. The next question is what the difference between center of gravity and centroid. Now, what is center of gravity? The point through which the whole weight of a body is supposed to act is called the center of gravity. Every body has one and only one center of gravity. The next point is centroid. The plane figures like triangles, quadrilateral, etc. have no mass. The center of mass is known as centroid. The next question. What is polygon law of force? If a number of concurrent forces acting at a point be represented in magnitude and direction by the sides of a polygon taken in order, then the resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by the closing side of the polygon taken in opposite order. Here AB, BC, CD and DE are two forces. Then EA by AE. These are resultant of polygon but in opposite order. Then what is support? But define support and its type. Generally, support is used for a beam to resist the loads. There are four types of support: simple support, roller support, hinge support, and fixed support. Then next question is what is different types of a load? There are three types of loads: point load, uniformly distributed load, uniformly varying load. Then next question is define couple. A pair of two equal and unlike parallel forces. Equal and unlike parallel forces. Equal in magnitude acting in opposite direction to each other is known as couple. Then next question is define force and state its unit in SI or CGS system. You know that force may be defined as an external agent that either changes or tends to change the state of rest or of uniform motion of a body. Its unit in MKS and SI system is Newton and CGS system is Dyne. Actually, ଗୋଟେ question ଆସିପାରେ what is force is a fundamental unit or derived unit? Actually, actual answer is it is a derived unit. Kindly see my note. Kindly see my notes and read seriously. These questions are will be very useful, very helpful for your semester examinations. Kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.